mind-bending football moments. And when it comes to Lionel Messi, aka the GOAT, the sheep, the ewe, the lamb, whatever you want to call it, one thing remains. That man is not human at all. As if you guys didn't know already, Messi is a pretty special once-in-a-lifetime generation. One time, this guy scored a goal so ridiculous, it literally got a grandma going crazy. Back in 2015, Messi and his teammates were chasing destiny. It had been almost 10 years since they last won the Continental treble. They already had the La Liga trophy in the pocket and the Champions League. All that was left was the last Infinity Stone, the Copa del Rey trophy. And since Messi had won the treble before, the first time was so good that he just had to run it back again. So, with the stage set against Atletico Bilbao, Messi gave his teammate Dani Alves the best and yet the simplest assist ever seen in football. Messi's goal was so insanely ridiculous that it had ESPN scientists analyzing it for days. Wow, Messi's goal really had a bunch of Harvard graduates scrutinizing over it. But Cristiano Ronaldo's bicycle kick, it had one of the best scientists analyzing it too. My dad. Hi, Dad. But anyways, during the quarter-final tie against Juventus, Ronaldo scored 2 goals against a club he would join just a few months later. But the reason why Ronaldo decided to join this club is because of how well they reacted to this crazy, insane goal. Not only was this mind-bending, but Ronaldo's whole body was bending too. Imagine clocking 2 meters off the ground to score one of the best goals of all time. And you know your goals are crazy when your own teammate starts losing their mind. Isco couldn't believe his eyes. And Zinedine Zidane, on the other hand, he thought his hair grew back. But hey, with a goal like that at the biggest stage in football, you'd think Cristiano Ronaldo would win the Goal of the Year award. And as far as solo efforts go, young Min Son's solo goal literally won the Puskas Award. See, when it comes to the Premier League, there aren't many better forwards than Heung Min Son. And when he saw rivals like Olivier Giroud and Mohamed Salah win the award, he wanted to get his hands on it too. And so, that's when Son decided to do this. Just look at the Burnley players. Come on guys, tackle him. Well, at least try to tackle him. But then again, he is a world-class winger, after all. And it's no surprise Son has insane dribbling, because I bet you didn't know he used to spend 4 hours juggling the ball, and that's not even normal. You'd have to be an alien to go that long. According to Son himself, he was tripping balls just after the first 2 hours of his insane training. Seriously, if 4 hours of non-stop juggling is all it took for Son to be a world-class player, then you imagine what crazy stuff Erling Haaland does to ensure his strength stays intact. Back in 2021, Joshua Kimmich was the world's best midfielder. A year before, dude won a total of 6 trophies in just 365 days. So, when he decided to make it one more in the following year, he ended up missing a total of 10 games because of Erling Haaland. I don't know, man, but that's pretty weird if you ask me. I knew Erling Haaland was an android machine, but I'm starting to think this man is a literal Nokia that cannot be broken. This reminds me of an episode from my favorite sitcom, where the old guy tries to break a kid's toy. Wow. To all my young friends out there, eat your greens just like your mummy tells you to, and maybe one day, you too can be as strong as Erling Haaland. And who knows, you might also be as strong as Presnel Kimpembe too. When footballers get injured, normally it's a whole charade. The player starts screaming, fights break out sometimes, and occasionally the ref might stop the game. But when it comes to Kimpembe, that man is built differently. Man literally won a 4 versus 1 situation. The last time a person came out on top in that sort of situation was none other than Never mind. You know what I mean. And don't get me wrong, I totally respect Kimpembe. But this next player, he takes it to a whole new level. Meet Alireza Baranvan, and you won't believe the record he holds. This guy has a mean right hand. Dude holds the Guinness World Record for the longest throw ever recorded in a football match. In a game against South Korea, this guy saw a perfect counter-attack opportunity and took matters into his own hands, literally, by unleashing a massive throw that covered 3/4 of the pitch. He threw the ball so far, it nearly assisted a teammate. And sure, he might have been denied an assist or whatever, but he made sure to get his hands on this shiny plaque. His long, big, gigantic hands. But that's not the only superhuman goalkeeper, because what Jan Oblak did, it certainly made me think he's not human at all. See, Atletico Madrid won 4-2 during their first leg tie against Bayer Leverkusen, and when the second leg came around, they tried all they could to score against Oblak. I mean, it was as if the guy had unlocked a Sharingan or something. Because just take a look at this man. I gotta be honest, after seeing the last 2 previous unreal moments from these goalkeepers, I just have to put one more. I just have to. You gotta understand, right? Because what Aaron Ramsdale did, None of us can afford to miss it. Back when Arsenal were challenging for the league title, they hit a ridiculous run of form. Arsenal were on top of the table, claiming 17 points from 10 games. That's literally a point almost every 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm no mathematician, but yeah, you get the idea. But I guess it's all possible if your goalkeeper is literally Aaron Ramsdale. Before half-time, James Maddison needed to get at least one goal for Leicester City because they were down 2-0 at home. But hey, Aaron Ramsdale stepped up with one of the most superhuman moments in football history. Not once, but twice. This guy really out here looking like an eagle. Dude flung himself like his lungs didn't matter to him. But I guess when you earn $60,000 per week, you can afford to get a new rib. But when it comes to earning $1 million a week, there's no doubt Kylian Mbappe has put his cash to good use. See, Mbappe is known for having insane super speed. This guy can run the whole football pitch faster than I can say, please subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any of the PlayMaker's videos. But I bet we've asked ourselves this question when it comes to Kylian Mbappe: why is he so fast? And I'm talking 36 kilometers per hour, kinda fast. Brace yourself, because I could only explain this once. So, basically, he uses a technique called elite tendon stiffness. When sprinting, pay attention to Mbappe's form, because unlike us humans, he runs ridiculously fast. Mbappe runs on the balls of his feet and his heel never touches the ground. When he sprints, he gyrates his hips outward while applying pressure to his Achilles, enabling him to recoil and generate an explosive force of power. And that's why he's as fast as the Looney Tunes Road Runner. But no, seriously, this guy cannot be human. And since I can't explain why he looks like a Ninja Turtle, but at least now you know why he's the fastest footballer of all time. And you know why Erling Haaland is an invincible beast that can withstand brutal tackles. And you know why Messi can run through players like an NFL athlete. Pause. But what you didn't know is the fact that we have more cool content like this available right here. Hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed Messi's goal. Until next time.